442 podcast. I'm Azar Mathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the jocular, Tony O.
Are you getting tired of saying jocular yet?
I'm getting
all these
very
tests,
tired.
All these tests.
I should ask, this jockey, where did it come from? I know you just spew out random words, but this one, I need to, what did you see?
Jocular just means fun-loving, happy. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, it means happy. Yeah.
I look happy? Okay.
You look quite happy right now.
I don't get that very often, so that's good.
Hey, I'm not very happy because we already recorded this episode once in the morning, but for the second week in a row, my mic decided to fuck up, so here we are.
Take number 51. This is what actors must feel like is there when they go through 100 scenes that do the same thing over and over again, right? Yeah.
I have to say, I always thought it would be Tommy.
Hey,
but no.
This is not my fault. This is not my fault. We will say, we taught Tommy how to attach a file to an email, and it's been bad ever since.
Yeah.
I feel like, you have to make an error somewhere. You know what I mean? It's just, you cannot be smooth sailing. Yeah.
I didn't make an error.
I'm not saying you did. I'm saying it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying
Tony's
you did.
saying so.
I didn't say anything. I just said I always thought it would be Tommy. That's all I said.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not offended. Yeah.
No.
You know what? The thing is, when it happens and when it's my stuff that fucks up, I can troubleshoot it. If Tommy's stuff fucks up, we need to send someone to troubleshoot it for us.
We need to send him a new laptop.
No, the thing is this, it's usually like worst case scenario. I guess, we losing the recording is also. Anyways, guys, we have FA Cup to talk about. Enough of this.
Yeah,
We do
that
have
happens. Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
hey, for us, it's just an extended international break because none of our clubs were playing this weekend.
No.
Well, hey, Chelsea did play. They played their own U21s.
Yes.
This weekend, okay?
And
they
lost.
3-0.
They lost to
so
themselves.
that happened. So no matter, even though there's no Premier League games,
And
we will
Maresca
still
was
find ways to
furious.
embarrass ourselves, okay? No matter what. That happened.
It's impressive. Yeah, I mean, has there been any news of who was on the team? Because
there's so many players out there that, I don't think they even remember who was on.
Is Lavia fit?
At this point, yeah.
Lavia?
Lavia fit? Hey, man, you know what? That's a big question.
I forgot he was at the club.
Yeah. Where's Mudryk these days, eh?
He's on the band. Maybe he's playing with the 21s. Is he allowed to train?
Yeah? I would assume you're not allowed to train when you're banned from using banned substance.
I like how we just never got the results of the second test that was supposed to have been
It's
done.
been very quiet.
We just never
It was
heard
like,
from him.
don't talk about it.
Does he post on Instagram? I don't know. I don't follow this guy, so I have no idea if he's still posting stuff, But, yeah. So there's ways to embarrass yourself still if you don't go play. We find a way. But yes, FA Cup. Go. Let's do it.
FA Cup. Let's start things off. Man City making it through to the semi-finals, unfortunately, beating Bournemouth 2-1. I mean, Bournemouth took a lead in this game. Erling Haaland missed a penalty, but just wasn't to be for them. And they kind of
chances too.
Bit of a weird performance. Yeah, didn't take their chances, and
City battered them. To be fair, they had a lot of chances.
Haaland
Bournemouth.
himself.
Haaland himself should have had at least two, probably three. It was a weird performance from Bournemouth, considering how energetic they've been of late. Seemed pretty lethargic, maybe struggling post-international break.
They've kind of fallen off a little bit form-wise, even in the Premier League, because they were really threatening top four for a while. They've been they've been a bit up and down recently.
I feel like that's everyone on that
list. It isn't the
list.
same.
I was gonna say every team has done that this season somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everyone below Arsenal. Let me say everyone below Forest has kind of been like, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's up and down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair.
Sometimes it's just down and down.
Hey, but you're up now. You're on what, 13th, 12th?
No way. No.
Yeah,
I think
we're 13th. We're 13th.
What?
They overtook Spurs.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're back to where you were when
Chelsea United just getting closer and closer.
You're back to where you were when you appointed Amorim. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah, net zero. Yeah.
Net zero. Even Stevens. Yeah.
Yep.
You can call it
I don't know. Our manager has a lovely head of hair at least now, so I'd
It
say
won't be
that's
there long,
positive.
man. Yeah. It really is.
Already going grey.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
can't afford to.
So, Haaland, yes, he scored this game. Yes, he missed a pen. Yes, he missed chances. He also got injured. And I just saw
Pretty
a
bad.
report, reliable source. It was actually a bad injury. So
Yeah.
he's not out for the season, but he's out.
I think
for
he's
a
out for
bit.
the season.
You think out for the season? Okay.
I think
So,
they're the moment they started talking about Club World Cup, like he'll be back for the end of the season, including the Club World Cup. I'm like, oof.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're looking at Club World Cup. 'Cause,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
okay,
like
so he's out for
I
the season. Yeah.
I think it was like the Odegaard injury. It's the high ankle sprain, which
Yeah,
Odegaard's still struggling with right now. So, yeah, I would just sit him out. Don't go to the Club World Cup, man. Who cares about that?
Well, I mean, did you see that much prize money
Thing
you get
is,
for winning?
yeah,
I
there's a lot of
yeah,
money.
I did. Yeah,
That would be
Yeah.
nice for
It's a good
like
chunk of teams.
FFP. So
they don't need him though. They can, Marmouche. For
They
Marmouche
won't
out there.
need him. You seen them this season? If he's not playing, who's scoring the? I mean, I know Marmouche's class. Who's scoring the goals?
He's barely scoring as it is.
He's got 30 goals already this season. He's
Yeah,
on a
most of
low.
those were front ended at the start of the season, man. Like,
Still.
yeah, I'm
Still.
obviously I'm
Yeah.
being ridiculous, but like, I don't know if it's worth risking his next season for the Club World Cup. That's what I mean.
I would not risk Holland.
Do you think,
you do not risk Holland in that kind of nonsense tournament?
Yeah,
Do you think Haaland being out now does it like really be detrimental to City's top 5 finishing, or are they pretty set still?
the rest
Do
of
you
the
hurt
team
some?
is so unathletic that I think it makes a big difference. I just yeah.
I mean, it's like Tommy said. Holland and Marmouche look like the only players that can score on
Yeah.
that team, and now it's basically all on Marmouche.
It's all on Marmouche.
And the
Yeah.
service has not been good for the most part this season. I know, what's the kid's name? O'Reilly? That assisted
Yeah, he came
both
off the
goals in
bench.
this
He
game.
assisted. Yeah, he assisted Holland's
Mhm.
goal. Well, yeah.
He assisted both.
Oh, did he? Okay. Nice. I think he was playing
So,
left
I'm
back.
like- at that point, I'm like, fucking chuck him into the Premier League. Might as well. Nothing else is working.
Yeah, I think he came on at left back. He's English, right? Not Irish. Is he English?
I have no idea.
O'Reilly, Irish. I
think he's English.
For me, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Probably both, but eligible to play for England. But yeah, anyway.
Well, I mean, keep City's hopes of a trophy this season alive. They will be playing Nottingham Forest in the semi-final because Forest beat Brighton on penalties after a 0-0 draw throughout the game.
I'm shocked.
Brighton had won 6 of 7 going into this. Looked fucking terrified of Forest though, because just before that run, Forest had slapped them up 7-0, and it just looked like it was playing on
wild,
their minds
isn't it?
the
Yeah.
entire
Crazy.
game.
I remember that there was a 7-0 game. I can't remember anything from that game. Like,
I
Woods
remember Chris
must have
Wood
scored a
scored.
hat trick or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, I
I
think
think
he only got
Wood only
2.
got 1 or
I think
2.
he
Oh,
only got
really?
2 that game. Yeah, he
See,
no
I
hat trick
can't
for
remember
Wood,
anything.
yeah.
So who's scoring these goals? How is Forest scoring
They-
7
when they
times?
score 7, they spread it around. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's like I think the defenders are getting in on it. Ilanga probably
Elanga,
got
Hudson,
1.
Odoi probably
Gibbs
each got
White.
1, yeah.
It's a sackable offense, man. Concede 7 goals to Forest. They don't even try to score it once they get past 1. Like, 7 is nuts.
Yeah, they're definitely at
Yeah.
that point now. It's like they get 1, they're just trying to shut up shop.
Mhm.
Or if it's a cup semifinal.
No Wood, though. No Wood
No
anymore,
Wood.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
No Wood.
that's
Is
a
that
big
long
loss.
term though?
But,
I thought it was
we
not
don't
bad,
we
was it?
don't really know the extent yet.
I can't remember the last time a player just got injured for a couple of days. Feels like players just disappear now.
Yeah.
Touching
Maybe
wood
get-
that he's fine, and it's not too bad. But
He's-
yeah.
Good pun,
Tony,
good pun, Tony. Well done,
Hey,
well done, well done.
Did he even
Oh.
know?
He doesn't. He
Unintentional.
doesn't even know what he did.
Unintentional.
Doesn't even know what he did.
Yeah,
He can't see
I
the
don't do
forest for the
this.
trees.
Don't do this.
So did he
yeah.
get injured just signing autographs in the
I
bleachers?
think
for New
he
Zealand?
got injured playing against New Caledonia, but
Which is
the
worse.
signing autographs is funny.
Yeah.
That ref's a narc. I guess technically not allowed to wander into the stands, but come on,
What was the
New
score? of that game?
Caledonia. You know what? If it was under double digits,
That's what
then
I'm checking.
surprised.
Yeah.
No, checking. Well, I mean, in this quarterfinal, it was Forest who what was it on their 5th pen they won it, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yates with the winning penalty.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that puts them against City.
Verbruggen should have saved it.
I can see it go either way, that fixture, to be honest. You know.
It has gone both ways in the Prem this year, because at the start of City's like really bad run in like October, November-ish, there was the one week where they randomly beat Forest 3-0 and then went back to being shit immediately afterwards. And then a few weeks back, I think Forest beat them 1-0.
Yeah, they did. They did 1-0. Yeah. Classic. So yeah. I mean, I still think City are of course favorites that game, right?
Yeah,
but
you
know
Now that we know Haaland's out, though.
it changes
Yeah.
things a little bit for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
can see Forest sitting
Right.
back, going the counter.
Another 0-0.
It's,
Maybe a 1.
I think that game is just going to be whoever scores first wins.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next game we have on the docket is Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 3. A game that's closer than the scoreline suggests. Palace scored twice in quick succession, partway through the first half. I think it was Eze and Sarr with those ones, and then they scored another one late on. Fulham were just so many chances, so many shots, so much possession, just couldn't get it done.
They dominated. I don't say they dominated, but they had like more everything, and it was just
No,
Palace.
you can kind of say they dominated. Palace were just efficient with their
Fair enough,
chances,
yeah,
with
fair
their
enough,
possession.
They've kind of been efficient in general, and even in the Premier League, the last seems like couple months.
Yeah.
Kind of found their form, and
They
know how
find
to
goals
play.
from somewhere. Mateta's really picked up. Sarr has really picked up. He's the one that they needed to arrive, and he has. Yeah, where are they in the table? Like 12th or something?
I'm gonna guess 10th, just because that's where they belong. You know, right in the middle.
They
But,
are the classic mid-table team.
Yeah, classic table team. Yeah. Yeah, and Ketia getting a goal, you know, not customary, but he's scoring these kind of, I wouldn't say
Cup specialist.
meaningless goals, but you know.
He loves
Kills the
he
night,
loves the
yeah.
last goal in a 3 or 4
Or
now.
yeah, that's that
Cup
kind of goal.
specialist.
Yeah. But yeah. Palace through to the semis. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty darn good for them.
Who's Palace playing? They're playing.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
Well, might as well.
Yeah.
They're playing Aston Villa, who beat Preston North End 3-0. I mean, Preston were the gimme of the quarterfinal phase. Like, it's generally like quite even keeled, all Premier League teams, and then Preston, who didn't have to play a single Premier League team until this point, and it showed.
Imposters.
It
Yeah.
showed.
Massive imposter syndrome. Yeah.
But
just
hey, Rashford got a couple goals this game. It's nice.
Rashford
first
did.
goals for Villa.
First couple of goals
Yeah.
for Villa, yeah.
Yeah.
One from the spot, I think,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then what's his name, Jacob Ramsey, rounding off the scoring. Good to see him get back on the score sheet because he's had a lot of injury trouble this season.
Yeah, Villa, man. Listen, they got quarterfinals Champions League. They got a semifinals FA Cup. Yes, they're struggling for that in the league a bit, right? For sure. I think they're like 7th or 8th, kind of back there.
Just
I mean,
took me
it's
back.
not
They're
the worst
still in with the
season. You know what I'm
shout.
saying?
Just took me
They're
back, man.
still in with the
Yeah.
shout.
It's
Yeah.
not
Still in
bad.
with the shout for
I've seen
every
And
this
they're
year.
still
before
in
with
the
them,
shout. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be different this time, but
Yeah.
Hey.
you just took me back.
Uncle
Yeah.
Unai loves a cup. He loves
He
a
loves
cup.
it, man. And then
He lives for this shit.
When you don't get that cup, it pisses you off because you're like, actually, but yeah.
But you know what?
Um,
We got City versus Forest. We got Palace versus Villa. Pick a winner right now. Pick a winner.
We just didn't need City in there.
Just
They're the ones
titles.
spoiling
Don't give me a
the
semi.
show.
Just give me a title.
you know what's gonna
City.
happen. It's gonna be Man City winning a shit game 1-0 against Villa in the final or something like that. And it's gonna suck, and everyone's gonna be mad about it. And because we can't have nice things, we didn't
I
get a
can't see
fucking
City
title race.
doing a
we
nil,
can't-
like
yeah,
not conceding.
that's
That
true.
Feels,
Right,
yeah.
they'll win a
You know
shitty
what?
game 2-1.
I'm gonna go against the Kosh. I'm gonna say Villa wins the FA Cup.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're
So I'm
right.
putting
I
it-
would love to
but
see
that's
Villa
my
pick
prediction.
up the cup.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think. they'll
I'm
make the
happy to
final.
see. I'm happy to see anyone that is in City lift the cup. Like, these are all
Well, yeah,
teams
we'll
that
take
it would
that,
mean
yeah.
so much to, and then there's fucking
Yeah.
City. Because there was This is the 7th FA Cup semi-final in a row City have made. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the parade that Newcastle fans
I
had?
did. That was
That
nuts,
was
man.
nuts, man.
That was
Huge,
nuts. Yeah.
300,000 people, apparently.
That was crazy.
That's why you got to see these teams who don't win a cup ever win a cup, because the fans, they need it, they love it. You're not seeing that at City, you know what I'm saying? You get 10 fans maybe when they win something like this. You know,
do they even do parades for leagues? I don't know if they do. Like, genuinely, I'm not sure if they do. It's happened so often. Yeah.
I assume they do. They must still be doing the parades.
What, they hire people to show up? Okay. You say so.
Put a casting call out, guys. So we need actors to come out for parade here. Dress in light blue, please. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if Guy doesn't show up, I just assume there's no parade. That's it. So, yeah. Yeah.
It is. You know what? People will show up to the parade, but they're all young enough that they will need permission slips to get out there.
Okay. Yeah.
City fans.
Yeah. City fans, they'll be fine. They've won plenty this year. All they can get together in a room and argue with us. My favorite story of this week that you sent to us in the group chat, Tony, concerns Tottenham Hotspur, as my favorite story of the week so often does. Dominic Solanke, he loves him a bit of anime. He's got a bunch of anime-inspired goal celebrations he's done over the years. Good on him. But he has taken to walking to work, to training, recently. Because apparently he traded his car for a Pokemon card that is apparently worth $60,000. The big issue being that the Pokemon card he was given was fake. So he got scammed out of his car, essentially.
What a rookie.
I have so many questions. One, how do you manage to get scammed out of your car like this for a fucking Pokemon card? Two, what Pokemon card was it? Because I would love to know. I would really love to know. And three, why haven't you you're a millionaire footballer. You can buy another car.
As you were saying it, no, you're even saying buy another car. I'm wondering why you have to trade in your car to begin with.
Just give him the 60K.
There's so many things that don't make sense. Yeah, like...
Guys, these Pokemon cards are rare. You can't just go buy them. You know what I mean? That's
but he has the
give
money,
him
is my
60K.
point. Yeah, he has the money. Like, write him a check. You know what I mean?
Give him seats to the game, maybe, eh? I don't know.
He doesn't support Tottenham. No one wants to go watch
true.
Spurs. That's, yeah.
The question I have here, these are puts up valid points for sure. I'm just wondering, did he do this deal at the corner of like some
He must have.
street?
He must have been embarrassed, man, to do this deal. Like, yeah. I don't know. This is the kind of thing that happens when your football club is down bad. Like, stories like this, this is what happens. It makes no sense.
Imagine turning down, like, a shady alley and you see fucking Dominic Solanke, like, exchanging car keys to someone for a Pokemon card.
Dude recording it probably thought, maybe he was going to see him buying drugs, buying something. No, Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah.
Dominic, just download TCG Pocket. It's on your phone. It's easier. You don't have to pay. You can get cards without paying. They're worth the same amount as the one you just managed to get.
He needs the advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Bizarre. I know he's a big anime guy. I didn't know it was this, it's this bad. This is an addiction. He needs
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Look,
yeah.
I say this as someone who loves the Pokemon franchise. If you're ponying up for these, like, ridiculously priced cards, seek help. Please. Please seek help.
People here out here in front of Costco are fighting for, like, the last boxes of the next set. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
It's not good, man.
It's crazy.
It's not healthy. Speaking of things that are not healthy and staying in the Premier League, Trent Alexander-Arnold announced, didn't announce, but like basically confirmed that he's moving to Real Madrid over the international break, and a large section of the Liverpool fan base is handling this like completely normal adults. They are They are fine. Thank you for asking. It's fun to see all the compilations of Trent getting roasted being brought back out, but this time as Liverpool fans bringing them up. Um, Jesus Christ, man, it's not normal.
I did not expect this. Like, honest, especially because we've known for months that he was going to Real Madrid. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Rumors have been
what
around
changed?
since
Put a bid
what,
in January
October?
for him.
There was
Yeah.
there was the bid in January. Like, come on.
we've known since he was vacationing with Jude in the summer. We've known, like, 100%.
Do you
And it's not like he's going to
do you
Man
remember,
or City.
Do you remember
Oh, no,
before
Madrid.
Bellingham signed for Madrid, where the whole thing was like, oh, Agent Trent is gonna bring Bellingham to Liverpool?
Yeah. I remember.
Oh
That's
no,
true.
it's been flipped.
Yeah. I mean, good on him. He's obviously got his own mind.
People
Wants to
have been bringing
experience
up
something new, man.
People have been bringing up Steven Gerrard. Like, Steven Gerrard didn't put in fucking transfer requests at Liverpool multiple times. The man almost ended up at Chelsea, which would be way worse than going to Real
It's almost
Madrid.
like Chelsea under Mourinho. That's true,
Like-
right? Mourinho really wanted him.
Listen, Steve McManaman went from Liverpool to Madrid in the 90s. No one gave a shit. Michael Owen.
He's been cancelled.
Owen, yeah.
He's kind of been cancelled. Stephen
Like,
Cameron. He's been
for
cancelled.
going to Madrid, or has he done something cancelable?
No, I mean for going to Madrid. He doesn't
Liverpool
have the same
fans still-
status.
Liverpool fans still love Steve McManaman. Michael Owen went to Madrid, but no one likes Michael Owen, so that's a different matter. That's not just Liverpool.
Well,
fans
also
don't
he
like
went to
him.
Man United after he has
Yeah,
been
he-
cancelled.
He has been
Ruins
no.
it,
He's
yeah.
been cancelled
Yeah.
by every club that he played for. United fans don't like him. Liverpool fans don't like him. Madrid
Yeah,
fans
because
don't
he
like
went
him.
to he was
Newcastle
Liverpool, then it
fans
was
don't
United.
Like him. Everyone
Because it was shit.
hates him.
Yeah. So
But
Hey, I'm just interested to see Trent, how he fits into Madrid, given that he's more of a creative outlet and more of an attacking minded fullback, whereas they don't actually have a player like that. They haven't had that since Marcelo. It seems to me they haven't had someone like
the
that.
closest is Camavinga, I would say, but because I think Mendy has been injured, right?
And he's been
not-
injured, but he's also
not
super
played a lot.
defensive.
Yeah,
super
he's a defensive fullback.
Yeah.
there's
Um,
Carvajal on the
Camavinga,
other side, who's
Carvajal injuries.
But he's been injured all
Yeah.
season, right?
Yeah.
So Valverde is the closest that they've actually had to an attacking player in that position. But obviously he does his work higher up. He's a midfielder. So, I mean, the Madristas are not going to like Trent getting slapped up or dribbled past 10 times a game. So,
Maybe he
we'll see.
magically learns
maybe he
to
tries. Yeah, maybe he actually
That's what I
tries
say.
to
Maybe
defend.
he gives a crap and he's amazing. Yeah. He's been holding back this whole time.
now.
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
I would
Jude is
love-
going to babysit him.
I would
That's what's gonna
love
happen.
to see the Liverpool fans' reactions if he actually becomes a good defender there. That would be very funny. I hope this happens
Yeah.
now.
And keeps the passing range. Oof. Yeah.
Bellingham will rip into him if he does it. If he lets his guy go, you know what I mean? He does it to everyone on the team.
It
Yeah,
does,
he's not hold
but
back.
what's the point of ripping into Trent? It's like, why did you bring him here? It's your fault at
You
that
know
point
what he is.
He
for
rips
bringing
into it.
Trent. Yeah.
Shabby Alonso when he's there. Yeah, complain to him.
Oh man. What else do we have on the docket? We had the Women's Champions League in midweek. I think Chelsea and Arsenal both came back from first leg deficits to win their quarterfinal ties.
Yeah, same scoreline deficit, same scoreline recovery. 2-0 to 3-2.
That's what we call football heritage.
Yeah.
Right there.
I like how Tommy's pretending like Chelsea have some Champions League heritage. You might after this season, but yeah.
Listen, you come back from 2-0 down, City beating us in the first leg, and 3 goals in the first half to just kill the tie. We could have had more goals in that game easily, right?
Yeah, if Ramirez could shoot, you'd have had a lot of goals. Like she's a tank, man. Like she just runs that channel, but she can't finish. Even her goal, she scuffed it in, right? But the first one went in. Now it's just like, this is done.
You
This
kinda
is
knew.
done.
Yeah, when City had to score first, they didn't. Chelsea got one. They were ready to go from the start, and you just knew that City would have fallen apart. And well earned, and they get Barcelona who
Great
thrashed.
matchup.
Who did they thrash?
Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg. Yeah.
I have never seen a keeper so traumatized before. Like, one of the free kicks went in off the post. The players were celebrating. The keeper was still looking for the ball, shaking. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. They are good, man. Barcelona, like, they are fantastic. All of them. It's so annoying how they just keep reproducing all these players. It's like,
Yeah.
I was when I was at the Barcelona museum. Just the lineup of trophies that their women's team had won, because it's not been around that long. But just the lineup of trophies, I was just like, oh, this is very impressive.
Champions League, they only started winning 4 years ago. That's the weird. They have 3 now in the last 4 years, but they only started winning 4 years ago. The only team to beat them was Lyon.
I mean, speaking of heritage,
in 2022.
That's women's football heritage right there. Yeah.
Lyon.
Yeah, 8 Champions Leagues. Yeah, Arsenal holding on for dear life with their 1. So that's that heritage battle is going to be really interesting. So we'll see. We'll see how we go, but I'm looking forward to it. Should be 2 great games.
2 good ties for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to play Chelsea in the final. I really don't. Yeah, either Lyon beat us and we go out, or we play Barcelona and then we.
By Barca in the final, yeah. One of those.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Don't want to play Chelsea. Yeah, because your determination to win would be even greater if it's against us, because you've been trying to get over that hurdle for years now. So, yeah, but yeah.
Great to see.
We'll see.
Coming back to international football briefly, there's some bad updates on the injury front for Canada. In an episode of ours that was lost last week, Tommy very wisely. He said plenty. Said that Alphonso Davies injury, doesn't look too bad. He should be fine. Precautionary was the substitute. Was the word he used, I believe. Yeah. Turns out Alphonso Davies has done his ACL, so he is out for 6 to 8 months out, and then however long it'll take to ramp up back to what he was before the injury. So, don't. If Tommy ever tells you that your injury is not bad,
Tommy Sunday, what is his handle? I don't know.
All I can say
the ultimate jinx.
is, hey, Davies, congrats on signing that new deal.
Okay.
Before this happened, because now you're set. That was the most important thing. He got that in. Okay. Contract talks done.
Should be back to full strength well before the World Cup, hopefully.
Hopefully, right? 2026 summer.
I don't know, man. I know we're saying that.
It takes a while. It takes a while for sure. Yeah. We haven't heard anything from Jesse Marsh on this. I don't think he said anything. We heard from the agent calling out Canada and Jesse Marsh. We heard from Bayern being pissed.
I think you keep your mouth shut, man. Just let the story blow
just
over.
let it slide. Yeah, fair enough.
No one's going to be talking about this in a couple of days. Just let it go. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. We'll just hear about his recovery. That's all.
Well done, Tommy. What did you knock over?
Oops. Yeah, knocking everything over here. Yeah.
Please.
Just not your mic.
My heart can't take another technical difficulty. I don't know really how to go across to this, but there was a lovely story today of Bryn FK from one of the Norwegian leagues. I don't even know if they were in the top division in Norway, but for their Man of the Match award, goalkeeper Jan de Boer was handed about 4 trays of eggs. Just really wonderful to see. Even better was apparently, and someone will have to fact check me on this, de Boer literally means farmer, so that's just good.
No way.
Someone fact check this on me.
It's a great name. Yeah.
Frank the farmer.
Hey,
Frank
that
in a farmers league.
Frank the farmer really explains his run at Palace, doesn't it?
Okay, nice.
But yeah, Jan de Boer with 4 cartons
of
eggs, which would probably net you about 250k in the US at this point. Solanke could get another Pokemon card with
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Hey, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump did ask Norway for eggs.
Is
He
it?
did.
Is it?
So maybe
Is
they're
this just
doing
messing
like,
with
hey,
them?
is it-
He's
it's a
gonna
joke.
he's gonna put so many tariffs on them.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah. So after seeing this great Man of the Match award, it's our duty to go out there and see what else can we find for unique Man of the Match awards out there in all the soccer leagues. So that we'll find something this week. We'll come back
The
next week
one
with
that
something
I
cool.
know off
We
the
should
top
add
of my
some
head
cool,
was in
yeah.
some, I think, Brazilian league that's sponsored by a pharma company. They have a Man of the Match award that just looks like a giant suppository on like a pedestal. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with it once you've been given the giant pill. Hopefully not ingest it in a variety of ways. But it'll be a weird one to try and display and explain to someone. At least the eggs can be used. You have to use them reasonably quickly. But
But then you lose your Man of the Match award. It's gone.
so
It's
what
not
are
a
you
permanent
suggesting
fixture.
with these eggs then,
Kind of a bummer,
Tommy?
you know?
How are you suggesting
Yeah.
making them permanent?
I don't know. You know, Easter. A lot of countries have a tradition of like coloring, painting your eggs, that sort of thing. And
Okay,
keeping them around, so,
as someone who
maybe,
has
something
been
like
part
that.
of that tradition,
Yeah,
because we
okay.
used to paint eggs for Navroz, so Spring New Year, they were
Yeah.
hard-boiled eggs, and eventually you'd be like, "Okay, we got to eat these eggs or throw them out." They don't stay in our houses forever.
What if they're raw? Just
You
plain
usually
eggs?
you usually don't paint
No?
them when they're raw, because
Can't just
then you
keep
could
them?
accidentally break one, and that just it's even more of a mess. So they're hard-boiled in, and then you paint them.
Okay.
This is
Well,
how you know none of our.
that's
This is
good
how
to
you know
know.
none of our teams are playing.
Tune
We're
in.
talking about painting
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
Easter's
true,
coming
that's
up,
true.
so it's kind of on form. Let's be honest there. Yeah. And you know what? It's a new segment for us. Is every week. can we find
Tony
some
is
new
shaking
Man of the
his
Match,
head. He
unique
wants
Man of the
no
Match
part
award
of
to
this.
share with everyone. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I just about managed to follow along. I no.
That's okay, Tommy. We'll
This
make it a
cannot be
thing.
a
We'll
thing.
do this just for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
You
I'm
lost
sure
me
we'll
at
find-
Donald
I'm sure we'll
Trump,
find something. There's so
honestly.
many.
How did we
farmers
not
leagues
bring
out
you
there,
back
we'll
with the
find
eggs?
something.
For my money's worth, Tommy, I think if you want to preserve those eggs, maybe set them in resin.
Talking about the eggs.
Yeah. I know like Polish people do this. So I'm
Tony,
gonna find
Tony's
out how they
mind
do
has
it, and then
drifted.
we'll go
He's
from there.
gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, my mind's just.
Well,
gone,
no, he's
man.
just thinking about like his fantasy team right now. It's like, who am I gonna put in there? You probably had Howland in there. He's probably thinking, damn.
I did not have
I'm gonna
Haaland.
Take him out. You didn't
Yeah,
have Howland.
turns out I
Okay,
was
good
not
for you.
an idiot. Yeah.
Good for
Hey,
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony's ahead of both of us, so I don't know if we
But
can
don't
talk
forget,
shit
guys.
right
yeah,
now.
it's
This,
yeah. You know,
honestly,
Tony,
that's
give
the
us advice.
biggest.
Give us advice, please. What can you share?
I have no idea
Advice.
what I'm doing.
Well,
so
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know how I'm ahead of you
I
guys.
left for Germany and apparently I took my team with me because these fuckers have been on vacation. It's been so bad. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your excuse, Tommy?
What's my? Hey, I'm still in the top 10. That's good enough for me.
Top
Tony.
10.
There's still
better than
what,
United,
8 games
I guess.
left in the season. 9 games, something like that. So there's time. I got my chips. I can still play
Hey,
those.
hey,
There's
Tommy,
just
there's only
time,
one.
Tony, for you to
Tommy,
fall.
there's only
Yeah,
one
you
chip
should
that
probably
matters
use
for
it.
the championship. So, you're not getting that one, are you? None of us are. None of us are. So,
Well, Sonny's already won it, so yeah, he's already won it. The first place is out of grabs.
I think that's just about everything we have to cover. A bit of a shorter pod this time around, but such is life when there's only 4 games of the Prem, not even the Prem, the FA Cup on. But follow us.
Are all the games tomorrow? by the way?
Wednesday,
Or-
it's probably a couple of
they're
days
usually
of
spread
games.
out, right?
But
I guess
Okay.
Tottenham, Chelsea's on Thursday, I believe.
let
On
me
Thursday,
sign
of
off.
course it is.
Follow
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
on social media,
Yes.
all of
Time
them,
to sign off.
at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Alright, I will pray that
Just
this
pray that it's
episode
released.
is good.
Pray that it's released. Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're not
Good
going to say a
stuff.
little prayer
Enjoyed
for
the
this
chat as
episode's
always,
release?
boys. Nah,
Okay.
yeah. Weird.
That's,
The fact
you know
that
what,
he
that's
put in a
that's
punt
better than a
is enough
prayer.
to know, like,
Thank
this
you
has
so
to
much
get
for
out.
listening,
Okay.
and inshallah, you will hear this episode. Bye-bye.